and a pleasure for me to stand here today and to put together this event with my dear friend, the first chaplain, first FHP chaplain, Jewish chaplain in South Florida, Chaplain Mark Rosenberg, who is the director of CSE, Chesed Shel Emes, in the state of Florida, who brought to Florida all of his experience that he had working with law enforcement in New York, and now he's working on making it a reality, made it a reality for the last few years in Florida, along with the help of our dear Colonel, that we have a relationship for many years. And when I came in here, I met the Colonel outside, and I asked him, "So, what do you think?" He said, "I got mixed feeling." I said, "Are you happy?" I said, "I'm excited." So he said, "I have mixed feeling." I said to him, "I didn't mean that I'm happy about you leaving, that I'm excited about the event, honoring our dear Colonel." Actually, we also have mixed feelings, so you're there with you on that. I had the honor and pleasure to work with Chaplain Rabbi Mark Rosenberg for the past few years, and so impressed. And not only is a friend to me, I could say I look at him as a good friend, but I also admire his work and what he has done here in Florida that nobody had ever done before here. So thank you, Mark, for your dedicated work day and night, 24/7, literally. I would like to welcome Rabbi. We have a very special guest from New York, Rabbi Edgar Gluck, the chief rabbi from New York, who works with law enforcement for over 40 years, also serving as the chief rabbi of Poland. And I had the honor to speak with them briefly before we came here at the Chabad House, and I was so impressed with his experience and stories. And he's here with us this afternoon, and we'll be hearing from him. Thank you, Rabbi, for being here. And with us, we also have Rabbi Mendy Rosenberg, the president and founder of CSE, Rabbi Meir Berger. And obviously from the department, we have with us honor and a pleasure to have with us the director, the executive director, Terry Rod. It's nice to see you and have you with us here today. I remember Terry for many years ago and worked together on a couple of things with the Department of Agriculture, right? It was kosher for Florida. So Terry has experience already working before with the Jewish community. And I think we also had some rabbis from New York involved back then as well, right? So now you're continuing that. So I just wanted to let you know it all started before we start with a formal event honoring the Colonel in honor of his coming retirement. First, still with us, we have also Major Welch, who I got to meet, attended together with the Colonel, our Purim party. We had a good time. And by the way, I want to let you know, usually I start a speech with a l'chaim. You know, l'chaim is when you raise a cup of some good drink, and I won't say which color, but you have a l'chaim, but due to the nature of the event, we decided to keep the l'chaims out. So, years ago, a couple of years ago, I don't remember, was it 3 or 4 years ago, Friday afternoon, I'm in the midst of preparing with my dear wife, Hani, for a big Shabbat meal of about 50, 60 students. Every Shabbat, we have large Friday night dinners, and this past year we also moved closer to campus, and Jake Bloomstein is here, the president of the Chabad Student Board, who is now working with us. And thank you for all your help with coordination of this event. I got a phone call from Mark Rosenberg, who tells me, "Rabbi, we have an issue." So what's the problem? This was before anything started, before any formal relationship we had here with FHP. And I said, what's the issue? Tell me. He says, there was an accident on the I-95 the exit of the West Palm Beach exit, and a bike rider who was on his way with a bunch of bike riders to Ormond Beach for the weekend, and a Jewish bike rider who died in an accident. Now the body was taken in to the ME office, and they wanted to make an autopsy on the body, and the Jewish ritual is that if there is a way to prevent the autopsy, we do everything we can to prevent it according to the Jewish law. Autopsy should not be performed unless it's required by law. And he said, it's almost Shabbat, and Shabbat comes in, we can't do anything unless it's in a life or death situation. The family is under stress. They are in the hospital. They're talking to the people in the hospital. The people in the hospital don't understand them, what they want. We need some help here to at least delay everything until after Shabbat, and if possible, to get the body released so we could bring it to burial as soon as possible. It's also another Jewish ritual. The Jewish law requires you should make the burial as soon as you're able to. So I said to Mark, I don't know what I could do now. It's about 3 o'clock, right before Shabbat. But let me get in with the governor's office and see what we could do. So I called into the governor's office, and I explained to them the situation. I said it's an emergency, and we need some help. They have contacted right away FHP, the colonel's office, and meantime, while everything is on hold, I have to go prepare for Shabbat. I go into the shower. At this time, I make sure that the phone is with me. So I could, if I have to jump in to take it, I know this is a call I'm expected to get. So, and indeed it was. I took the phone, and right away, the director's office was on the phone, put him in touch with Mark Rosenberg, and everything was handled perfectly. The body was released, and won't go into the details of the story, but that's how the relationship began. And then we have arranged a meeting here at the colonel's office with Mark Rosenberg. We came up to the office, and we had Mendy with us, and we had a very nice meeting. And when we came in to speak about this, we were really worried. We said, how are they going to receive this? This is something, a Jewish tradition. They may have not heard about it. We didn't know what to expect. But when we walked out of that meeting, I could tell you one thing I walked out with. 2 Yiddish words that I want you, Colonel, to come out with. And remember, if not today, Mark will help you later. One of that is I said, this person, Colonel Brierton, is a mensch. In Judaism, when you want to say that someone is, there's no explanation or translation, someone is really, really extraordinary personality, say he's a mensch. And the second thing is, one other expression I want you to remember, Colonel, is I said, wow, what a shein upon him. Shein upon him meaning a countenance face, radiant face. I said, I never met such a person at his position who was so nice, so helpful, want to do what's right. I really came out of there, Mark and I came very impressed, and the rest of the history. And I just want to share with you that today, when I read the daily section of the Chumash, the Torah of today's portion says that begins with, these are the offsprings of Moshe and Aaron. This is, we begin reading the book of Numbers, the book of Bamidbar. Eile toldot Moshe ve'Aaron. These are the offspring of Moshe and Aaron. And you would think when you read this that you're not going to find out about Aaron's offering and Moses' offsprings. So the Torah tells you only about Aaron's children, Aaron's offsprings. You don't find anything. And you wonder, hey, is the Torah missing anything? we just read that we're going to read about Moses' offsprings. So the Torah says, the commentator Rashi explained that someone who teaches his friend's sons Torah, the Torah consider it as he gave birth to this child. Meaning, when you do something for someone else, you help them. And the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, of blessed memory, the founder, the leader of the Chabad movement, the world jury, expound about it, and he says, every moment, quoting from Kabbalah, every moment God revives the world and brings life to the world, every second. So every second the world is renewed. And when you at that moment help another person, the Torah considers it as that person is your child. Because you taught him Torah. Torah is life. So what I want to, my blessings and my wishes to you, Colonel, upon your coming retirement. I met an elderly lady this past week who complained to me and said that people look at her as she's old, she's over 70, and she's really feeling young, she's feeling the spirit. She was very down. So I sat with her and I tell her, the Lubavitcher Rebbe said to someone that your age is not at your passport, your age is in your spirit, is what you feel like. So, and you never really retired. So all these people, Colonel, that you help, along with the help of the Lieutenant Colonels, Ernesto and Lieutenant Colonel Kelly, all those people, all of those souls that are up in heaven, that you have helped, giving them the proper respect before their burial, they are all considered your souls. They all consider yours, and the department, and Terry, all of those people that you're helping, and all the majors and the people from FHP that are here, all those people are considered your children, considered yours. So those are the people and these spirits that you should go from here today thinking you're not retired. You're taking all these people with you. Their spirits is with you on whatever you're going to be doing next. You're just taking and you're going from strength to strength. I would like to invite Mark Rosenberg to begin the official part of the event with an invocation, a prayer. I told Mark, when he told me, you speak first, I told him, in tradition, the prayer goes first. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to be the formal part of the evening. You're going to begin the formal part, so prayers is first.